yet another Jimbles gaming show in October. Yes, the third one this month. Why? You guys don't even care about this series. The only reason why the other one got 100 views is because I shared it on Reddit. Anyways, yeah, Atari 2600, Berzerk, it's a good game. Please buy it. Please give me YouTube money. Oh god, I'm thinking backwards. Yeah, let's start the review. Again, it's not plugged in. I'm so stupid. I need to stop.
They ask you how you are, and you just have to say that you're fine when you're not really fine, but you just can't get into it because they would never understand.
Berzerk is a video game released in 1980 by Stern Electronics to arcades and subsequently released to the Atari 2600 shortly after. It was one of the first arcade titles to use voice synthesis technology, which was unheard of for games at the time, let alone any other electronics. The main premise is to shoot robots and advance from room to room. However, if you touch the walls, you will get electrocuted, because that makes sense. To make your situation worse, a smiley face on a murderous rampage is out for you too. Great. Now I just want to tell you right off the bat, you do not want to use the regular joysticks for this game. They are way too stiff for good movement, so please use a Genesis controller if you have one. Trust me, it isn't great to play if you're using the Atari joysticks. That being said, the Genesis controller isn't perfect either, but we'll get into that in a bit. The controls are very simple to use. The one button you use is the fire button, obviously. A cool mechanic of this game is being able to shoot diagonally, but this is where it gets frustrating. Using either controller has the same problem. For me at least, 80% of the time, shooting diagonally doesn't always respond well. See, to shoot in the direction you want, you have to be moving in that same direction to shoot that way. But this usually ends up with me not being able to go diagonally, in which I can't shoot that way. This honestly isn't always a problem since I don't go diagonally too much, but it is annoying when it happens. What I absolutely hate is when the fire doesn't even work. I'll be going towards a robot, hit the fire button 2 or 3 times, and nothing. The animation works, but nothing else happens. This happens much more than you think, and it is not fun. What's even better is that when you spawn in another room, and a robot is a pixel away from you, leaving you no room to run, and you die. I love this game, in case you couldn't tell.
I couldn't do anything there.
Okay, I know I've been bashing it for the most part, but it is a fun game when it works properly. I love to play it, and honestly, I could go on hours playing it. Now, I'm not sure if my problems are because of something that I'm doing, or something's wrong with my system or controllers, but what I can tell you is that the setbacks definitely don't outweigh the fun. So you can go ahead, pick this up. Unlike some Atari games, it goes for a little bit more than the average Atari cartridge, but you can find them in lots, which is the cheaper alternative. And honestly, it's a great game. Trust me, you'll love it. Have you ever wanted a life where you're always stuck in dark, neon-lit walled rooms that electrocute you if you touch it, and with robots constantly shooting at you from every angle, and a giant smiley face was bouncing towards you, and never-ending eternity with no afterlife, no death, just that? Well, this game pretty much lets you do that, but in video game form. It's interesting because that actually happened to me once, but I was able to escape. I was stuck in a dark room and had all these giant robots with rotating heads firing at me from every angle conceivable, and a giant basketball with a smiley face was chasing after me with a thirst for blood. And I touched the wall and got electrocuted with 200 million teravolts all throughout my body. And then I woke up on my floor, frothing at the mouth, with a bag of cocaine right next to me. I think the moral of the story of this game is, don't do drugs, kids. Thanks for watching. Bye. It's yet another Jimbles Gaming Show episode in October, which, oh god.